True. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Marvel's Back Fresh podcast with
Elusive Collectibles,
Spidey Gio
and we invite you to join the pack. Let's talk about Marvel cards.
What's like I haven't been talking about all week.
What do you guys want to open up with? Do you guys want to do the spotlight first?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, go for it. Elusive, you go first.
Yeah, so my spotlight for the week for Instagram at least is Facts to Comics, and it's Facts and then TO Comics, all one word. And this guy, it's an awesome page to follow. He lists mostly Marvel facts, some DC facts as well, but they're pretty fun. And he throws in a photo and a description of like a random fact that I personally didn't know about. So I'm really enjoying his Instagram, and I've been just going through it recently. So that's my shout out.
Love it. Go on, yeah. Spidey, you've got yours ready to go.
Actually, that was Facts to Comics I pulled up. Let's do this one here. So I want to shout out, this is a comic book store that's local to me in the sense that I can drive there and back in a day. And the reason I'm spotlighting a comic book store is because these guys give away sketch cards on a regular basis. And when I say sketch cards, I mean like high level artists. Let's go through here. And you can look at, and they're just giving these away on a random basis. And you just go to their website and you follow their rules here, which are subscribe to their channel on Instagram. I think they have a form you fill out. And look at this Venom down here in the bottom right. But they just gave that away. But they do it because they believe strongly in sketch card artists, and they like to support them. And so they're paying, sketch card commission prices and then just giving them away. So I think that's really pretty cool.
That Deadpool is really nice.
Yeah. Look,
there's some sick ones there.
Boba Fett.
Yeah.
So while I was there, they actually had a stack of Ash Gonzalez sketch cards. And if you guys are patient, I think I can find them pretty quickly on Ash's. Let's see here. There we go. Because Ash had actually posted them. Like, here's one of them right here. Giving that away.
Kurt Russell. Nice.
Kurt Russell. Let me show you the other ones. By the way, talking about Ash, these are his dinos that are in the Jurassic Park set. And so here's all of them that they gave. See, it says, out of the 15, 10 of these are going to Gabe's Cave. Well, look at that Superman.
Mel Gibson from Road Warriors, pretty nice.
Wow.
Yeah. You got
Pierce Brosnan there.
You got Rocky, Indiana Jones. I mean,
those are great. Those are great cards, man.
First of all, Ash is top shelf in my opinion. But for those guys to support artists in that way, and then support the card community in that way, and giving those cards away, I think is really, really special. So give them a follow. If you want to check out their store, they got a YouTube channel as well that they post a lot of content. So anyways, that is Gabe's Comics.
Nice.
Love it. I'm not quite as organized as you, Spidey, because I can't log into my Instagram for some reason. So mine is, you're not going to be able to see it on here, Armor Geekdom. And this guy is from the UK, so I am hyping this man up. And this guy has been collecting Marvel cards and in particular comics for years, literally 20, 30 years. And he is shortly going to be doing some Marvel card box breaks. And he's doing it a little bit different. So he's put stuff into categories. You can see here. You can follow him on Instagram. It's Armor Geekdom. He's got a YouTube channel too. But yeah, watch this space. Really cool guy. Sorry, mate.
Do you know when he's going to do his breaks?
It's on his Instagram. It will be. Let's have a look, shall we? Didn't expect
hopefully
that.
On the 1st and 15th, because that's when I get paid.
So. Don't know yet, but it will be coming soon. So watch this space. I'll let you know.
All right.
Yeah, awesome guy. Good to see more UK collectors. So really happy about that.
We got some of our friends in the chats. We got Bill at Watch Me Open.
Hey, what's going on, Bill?
So watch me.
Yeah.
You got Adam M.
What's up, dude? And then we've got Marvel Guy 239. He's been pretty active on the channel. It's good to see. I think he's been in Cards and Metals breaks. So
he says, "I just want all of the sideshow figures they have. That's all."
Yeah. Gabe's Cave. They've got quite the selection of sideshow figures.
Yeah, those are awesome, man. Those are really neat. They're up there with like Hot Toys and Iron Studios and all that.
Yeah, I just like my figures to be posable, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can't quite get into statues as amazing.
Well, Hot Toys, remember they have all the articulation that you're talking about.
No, but do you realize how much it is per figure? I have 1,000 Marvel Legends. How many Hot Toys would I have? I have 4.
10? 100?
Yeah, they're stupid expensive. And you'd have to go back in time and get the old ones. Like it's not a.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the dust and all that. Yeah, but they're awesome. Yeah, you guys are right.
Yeah.
Let's see who else is in here. Doom. What's going on, Doom?
What's up, Doom Card? Big dog. So yeah, we were going to talk about some of the future boxes.
I'm excited, man.
Right? We talked about it a bit before we came on air. Should we start with Marvel Beginnings, Volume 1?
I'll just say, beginning.
Sketchcard did an awesome video on this. I think you can't get much better than that in terms of a breakdown.
And
but
he would be the best guy to have on here to talk about it. So everybody in the
chat great.
Who's ignoring, if you could go shame him real quick,
please.
You know, like do the whole Game of Thrones shame. So where are you at Marvel Packs Fresh podcast? What is a card without 4 corners? You know,
absolutely.
Corner right now.
It's not Pack Fresh.
We're not grading very high.
Yeah, we're the Transformers, and we can't even come together when one of them. Yeah, we can't transform. One of us is missing, man. The leg.
Yeah, that's true. Is that Transformers or Power Rangers?
Power Rangers probably, but I thought Transformers sounded cooler.
Did you watch Power Rangers when you were a kid?
Yeah, the Morphin Power Rangers season 1, absolutely, but not much after that.
Yeah, the original, the Green Ranger and the White Ranger, probably that's it, that era.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So what site is this? Cardboard Connection.
Yeah. That's got our information on it. So I think what's interesting about Marvel Beginnings is, you know, kind of your card guys who are in the know. I mean, they have a high opinion of this set, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of it's great. I mean, from what I've seen in the video that Norton broke down, I'm very, very excited for this set to come out.
So this product delves into more than 80 years of origin of heroes, villains at all points in between. It's not a high-end release as far as traditional hits go. There's a lot of variety and card types and styles. But even though it says it's not a high-end release, it's going to be really, really special cards in this set.
Yes, the insert, like some of the case hits, pack hits, and stuff like that, are really, really nice.
You want to go through those?
Yeah,
that's great.
So we got 9 cards per pack. Packs per box is 15. Boxes per case is 16. So it's a quantity thing. This is a big set, right? So there's a lot of cards in the pack, a lot of boxes in the case. The set size is 180. You've got something called a Flip FX. Not sure what that means. Illustration boards, first appearance variations, additional inserts, and rainbow or foil parallels.
They got me at rainbow foil parallels.
First appearance variation. Is it variation?
I think that's because some of those first appearance are going to be
variant covers.
Yeah, or creator autographs or variants of the cover.
That's interesting.
So if you have issue number 1 first print, you might have variant of issue number 1 or second print of issue number 1. Maybe it's the same card number, but it's the variant in the set. I don't know.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like I loved, and I'm sorry to just get this out, but I loved these. And this is from the 2012 Marvel Beginnings with the autos at the bottom there. If they do something similar to that, I'm in love.
Yeah, with the certificate of authenticity.
With the COA,
And that was cool. That was just very similar to the buybacks from 2019 Flair. They already came with a penny sleeve for you.
Yeah.
Like even when you pulled those, they were already penny sleeved.
That's how you knew you had a buyback.
Yeah. Well, same way to Gingy's point, that card he showed, the auto, those were penny sleeved as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
Beautiful cards. But yeah, super interesting. See what happens with this.
I think sketch cards.
Do you think, in terms of box price, is this going to come in at a sensible price?
All right. Well, let's be honest. It probably would have been a sensible price, but now that we're talking about it, it's not going to be a sensible price. To be honest with you, yeah.
The needles.
Yeah.
Well,
Go on.
Well, I'm going to say the thing for me that's going to be special is it says covering 80 years.
Yeah.
We're doing that with the comic autos and our clippings. That means they're going to have books that are like really, really special. Comic clippings from Silver Age. Yeah.
I wonder if Surfer will be there by any chance. I don't know if Nora knows.
I mean, that's...
Yeah.
You would think.
Yeah.
He did talk about banned characters being a thing, possibility.
Watch Me said Marvel Beginnings is ironically not a set for beginners to start collecting.
Yeah, if you're a beginner, don't collect this.
And volume 1 doesn't give you much hope. How many more volumes are there?
Well, it says there were 3 different Marvel Beginnings sets prior to this one. Right?
Yeah, he's also saying that the first appearance variations are probably going to be like the what if type of parallel.
Okay.
I hope so. Okay. I'll go after those if they
I will put up, for whatever reason, they won't let me put up the chats today. So
no worries, I'll take care of it.
Yeah. Yeah, the cases.
Yeah, me too. Marvel guy. I'm hoping for Gambit and Nightcrawler cards. I agree. Okay. I think everybody wants Gambit cards for sure, and I think that Nightcrawler does have a lot of fans that he just doesn't get a lot of love in the cards. You know, there's not many Nightcrawler.
Well, he's banned right now, so that would be the thing. Are they going to bring back those banned characters? Like Norin said, with Surfer, Fantastic Four, Nightcrawler, Dr. Doom.
Yeah, that's another big one. That'd be awesome. So this is something definitely. What are we thinking on this? What are you guys thinking? Like myself, I obviously would try to get a box or two, but just like everything else, I'd try to pick up inserts that I'm looking for specifically from this set. What are you thinking? Just are you thinking you're gonna buy a case, or are you thinking you're just gonna pick out singles?
Honestly, for Marvel Beginnings, it's probably going to be singles for me, unless the boxes are like really cheap and it's just fun content. With this coming out in March, is that right? Is that what they're thinking?
April, isn't it?
April. I mean, that's not too close to Spider-Man Metal, but it's probably going to be pretty close to Premiere. I'll have to make some decisions there.
Yeah. Which this transitions good into the next decision you have to make. What about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse set?
So I do want to open some of those, but I'm not sure that I want to go too hard into it. There's going to be some cool sketches in there. But remember, with those sketches, they couldn't go outside of the Spider-Verse movie. So everything is going to be, connected to the movie. So with that being said, I'd love to get a Miles sketch. There should be plenty of those out there to get. Maybe a Gwen sketch. And then if someone does like a whole team, like I would like to get one of those sketches.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, it's going to be about the autos.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, the autos are going to be awesome.
Yeah, watch me saying, well, that's the other thing. If they do 3 volumes, that's 540 base cards. You're going to hit banned characters by then. Yeah, that's safe too. That's a safe bet, hopefully.
So with Into the Spider-Verse, the thing that's really interesting to me about that is when you start looking at how big that cast was and who was in it, there's some pretty good autos in there, including Stan Lee. And you might say, well, Stan Lee's dead, and you would be correct.
Thanks, Spidey.
You sure?
Cheers, mate.
But what we don't know is that dude was signing God rest his soul, was signing the day he died. We don't know how many stickers
I always love the way you word stuff, man. You always, you soften the blow. Go ahead.
He might have been signing stickers, right? I'm not even joking. Like pages of stickers that whoever that guy was managing his estate at the end was getting him to sign everything. So what if there are 10 family autos in there? Right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, that makes sense. So if this comes out, go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, Marvel Guy 239. I've already blown my Spider-Man metal dollars on pre-orders. That sounds like someone I know. I don't know who, but it sounds like someone very similar.
Yeah, well, if this is like you were guys saying, April, May, or March, April, when is Into the Spider-Verse?
The number 2 or
the set? When is that? The date, release date?
I think it's in March. I just had that calendar up a few minutes ago, and now I can't find it. Do you remember what website that was?
No, I pulled it up on Cardboard Connection as well, but I don't know if
the Geo one.
Here, I found it. Yeah, I found it.
Yeah.
Here, I'll get it pulled up, and then I'll share it. So there's a website, guys, called Go GTS Distribution. It's some type of distribution website, and they actually have a product calendar, and you can select entertainment, and it's just non-sport entertainment cards. So let's hey, stop sharing that one, and then let's go to the next one. Screen.
Let's do.
Pancake says, I'm opening all of the Spider-Verse. Thanks to my daughter. Yeah.
Thanks to his daughter. So we're in November right now. Let's see, November 2021. It says Upper Deck Marvel Annual comes out November 17th. Did that happen?
I don't know.
I don't remember seeing it. And so, all right, so just trust this, as much as you want to.
We've probably had the last year, there's loads of delays, isn't there?
Right. But you think they would have updated this. So this shows Star Wars coming out, which I think is cool. And then get into January. It doesn't show Spider-Man Metal until February the 2nd. And I was talking to some artists today who did work in Spider-Man Metal, and they were adamant that they're on schedule to release in December mainly because of the movie, and based on where they're, they have to turn in their cards and then they get paid for them. With the way that's happened, it appears that it should be ready for the physical boxes in time.
Pre-Christmas, awesome. Yeah? Pre-Christmas Day?
No, this would be right around December the 30th, I believe.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah, I would love to see it pre-Christmas, but I don't know that we are.
That's a nice Christmas present for Spidey.
Yeah. Oh, to spend the whole holiday break making content around Spider-Man, that would be the best gift. So this calendar shows March 2020, March 30th, 2022, as the release date for Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Premiere has been pushed back. I can go ahead and tell you that that's the case. How far has it been pushed back? I don't know. I think that would impact a couple of things. There's no more release dates here. That'll impact when they do Marvel Beginnings, and there's Flare Ultra Avengers that's coming out.
Oh, wow.
And artists have already started working on Flare Ultra Wolverine.
This is gonna get crazy.
I need to start selling some cards.
Yeah, that's all I heard you say.
Yeah. Start looking.
Yeah, so today was the first time I've heard of Flare Ultra Wolverine. I don't know much beyond that, other than artists have been commissioned to work on the sketch cards.
Wow, Josh, where are you at? Marvel Madness, MCU.
Could you imagine?
I know he's excited.
Yeah.
He's probably just as excited as you are for the Spider-Man medal,
Maybe even more, because obviously I love Spider-Man a lot, but I think he really geeks out over Wolverine too.
Oh, he loves Spider-Man. Now, you've seen him dress up as Spider-Man, though, right?
Yeah. I think he likes to dress up more than like Spider-Man.
That's a good point. I'm gonna have to agree with that one. Hey, what's going on, Card Boss?
Hey, Card Boss.
Dude? Hey, Card Boss. We were talking about you backstage.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing good.
Yeah. Well, I was just congratulating you for your Wolverine Jim Lee auto card. So congratulations on that pickup.
Yeah, I was this close to
Mhm.
buying it. So good job.
Yeah, both me and Justin were close to buying that card. Scandell talked us out of it. Don't
What's
forget
that?
the Marvel.
Jobber Duke,
Ooh.
Mr. Sinister cards even. Don't forget the Marvel Masterpieces 30th anniversary. Sheesh.
Man,
Oh
this is
man, they're just printing money over there at Upper Deck.
I like
That's
his
awesome.
I like
Hella.
his logo on his name, Mr. Sinister.
Sinister? Yeah. That's awesome, dude. That's
So, I mean,
hollow flash artwork, I believe.
yes, it is. Yeah. So let's pause on Marvel Masterpieces. I mean, that set typically has come out 16, 18, 20, and so we're coming into 2022. But I haven't even heard who the artist is yet. Have y'all?
Nope.
No.
I mean, you would think we'd know that by now because
Who-
2022 is like right around the corner.
Do you have any guesses though? Like any, if you could guess 3 names that could be possibly it?
Well, I mean, obviously, I would love
Bias.
Alex Ross. He can turn out work, a lot of work fast, but I just think it's probably too expensive. Man, I don't know who else I would pick.
I would pick Nar.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
That's a big call.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would pick Nar to do a set. I think that would be amazing.
Has he not been putting out product lately?
I thought he'd stopped completely.
He just got. I believe recently he's opening his commissions up again. I believe.
Ooh, I'm with Jobber DG. I don't know how you say it. Mr. Sinister card. Bob Larkin would be great.
Bob Larkin. Yep, that's another one.
He really would.
Well, Jim Lee.
There's no way he's doing. He runs DC.
I mean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Thanks. There's a cable and Magneto out there for you.
Is it really?
Yeah, but they posted them up for like $1,500.
Oh gosh.
In other words, they don't want to sell them.
Yeah. Well, we got Stacking Gems in the house.
So Charles, what's going on, Charles?
What's
Yo,
hot?
man.
What's
hot
hot
right now?
Well, I'll tell you what's not hot right now. X-Men Metal's cooled off quite a bit. Gingy, right?
Yeah, big time.
Hey, so I saw a post from Tyler at Sports Card Investors. He's doing a series called Hammer Time, and he showed where Quick Strike Michael Jordans were selling for the same price as Quick Strike Spider-Mans. Chew on that for a second.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. We've talked about this since the beginning.
Yeah.
All of us.
We talked about how Spidey is the MJ of comics, but it doesn't make sense that he's already selling at that amount when you consider how many people are buying MJ in comparison to how many people are buying Spidey. Is that properly scaled with the amount of cards that were printed of Quick Strikes?
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
you're right in that respect. Yeah.
I'm seeing it more just as like international popularity.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, no doubt about it. Spider-Man is, culturally,
right,
even the kids nowadays.
But Marvel cards are not culturally relevant. Not yet.
Not yet. Correct.
Sports cards are culturally relevant, and Michael Jordan is globally relevant. So for Spider-Man to be selling right there with him just really, I think, speaks highly of the future of this hobby.
Exactly. Yep, you hit it right. Yeah, if it's doing that now, what does our hobby look like in 5 or 10 years?
Yeah. I think it is very much a case at the moment, like Stackins has just said, hardware, metal, ultra stars is that crossover of what's hot in sports cards and what's hot in Marvel, and finding a balance. PMGs was obviously the first thing to go.
Intimidation Nation.
There's so many things going to start popping.
So are you saying that when people put in hardware, metal as a search engine, and it comes up Michael Jordan, and then they see Spider-Man, they're like, oh, wait a minute, I don't collect Marvel cards, but I might go ahead and grab that.
I would say
makes sense, right?
It makes sense, but here's the only issue with that from like a eBay standpoint. Mm-hmm. The problem is that when you're searching for sports cards, unless you're clicking non-sports, they're probably not seeing the Marvel stuff.
So when I put in platinum portraits, it does pull up sports platinum portraits, and I was actually surprised to see how little some of the sports platinum portraits
go for.
Yeah, compared to Marvel. Like Marvel's outselling it already.
But remember, they won't all be top tier, guys. They're not going to be the MJs and
But I think I saw
Kobe's.
Kevin Durant. That was
Really?
I'm sorry, not Kevin Durant. What was I just about to say? Kevin Garnett. That's what I was about to say. Like a Kevin Garnett that wasn't selling for that much.
Yeah.
So Cardwell says that the Quick Strike MJ Ross have a lot of printing issues, printing dots, etc. Hence, a PSA 9 is about $1,200 when a Raw is $300. Yeah,
which is
the press. Yeah,
like interesting.
Nice. Thanks for that. That makes sense.
So the sports car guys know that.
And the great creator, like you've had on your channel a few times, Spidey, talked about Exquisite. And I talked about it in a recent episode too.
Yeah.
That's another element where I see people, especially with the Black Diamond stuff that's Exquisite, that'll start heating up big time.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys have seen them, but the Exquisite rookie patch autos, the design on those cards is beautiful. Like the way they do those cards, if they did that, sports. Yeah, if they took that template, right, like that card design template, and just did that for Marvel, I think that would be great. Because I know that we already have Exquisite, as you guys mentioned, but if you look at that specific one, like the Exquisite RPAs, it's just a great design.
There's a Kobe Bryant, I think it's an employee exclusive, where it has the championship trophy and the patches under the silhouette of the trophy, and has his auto going sideways. But Kobe is, I don't know, the way he's coming out of the card. If they took that exact same layout as you're talking about and did it with, say, Spider-Man.
One other one's a no-brainer that they would knock out of the park.
Especially if you gave me either of the 3 Spider-Mans, from the movies, if their auto was on it.
Yeah.
The Color Blast, how awesome are those sports cards, the Color Blast cards?
Like Kabooms and Color Blast? Both of them.
The Kabooms are nice, but the Color Blast, I really love all those colors, especially on the white background ones.
So what we're talking about is future sports inserts that could make their way into Marvel cards, right?
Yeah, where's the love for 90MU? I think you're trolling, man. I have a feeling you're trolling.
Hang on a minute, because this guy, Aslan, he messaged me on Instagram recently. We had a little chat. He started collecting PSA 10s, like I'm talking almost the full set he's going after.
Holy
so he's doing pretty well from what I can gather. But yeah, it'd be interesting to speak to you, Aslan, more. Good stuff, though.
And Aslan, how'd you say his name? Aslan.
Aslangang.
You sound like the Mars Attacks.
Yeah. What I was going to say, I mean, we talked about 90MU and we've talked about it on the show. That's been a few months, and we've kind of said a lot about it. We think that 90M, or let me speak for myself. I think the 90MU PSA 10s are going to have a place in the hobby. Not quite sure where that's going to settle. It's all going to be based on how many people enter the hobby in the future. The number of collectors and buyers, they need to go up. And I think we're going to be really thankful for 90MU being one of those kind of sets that people can have access to because of the print runs. And the 10s are special because of how difficult it is to get the edges and the centering on those cards. But there are much more special cards out there in terms of like inserts. And we often spend a lot of our time educating based off of that.
And it's just simply because the like we always say, the 90MU is just like a gateway drug, So it's good that you're it's a gateway drug. So I'm glad you're taking it. Now you just have to transition to masterpieces and ultra.
By the way, I would love to have a full set of graded MU. I'll have probably 60 or 70 of them at some point here in the next few months, and wouldn't mind spending the rest of my time, not in a huge hurry, putting that set together.
Yeah.
So interesting. One Spider-Man 90MU card sold today for $1,000. So just if you're looking at prices, it hasn't really changed for the last month, especially on those big.
Which one was it? Was that Cosmic or the Classic Spidey?
I want to say it was Classic, but it was a Spider-Man.
I tell you, I've opened 2 boxes and 1 10, and Cosmic Spider-Man is not centered. Period.
No.
I think if you get
Yeah.
the Cosmic Spider-Man and the PSA 10, you really should hold on to it.
Yeah. I got a
Yeah.
9. I thought it was a 10. It wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, but that Venom you got was probably even a bigger 10. Fella, it seems like
Yeah.
sales have plateaued or come down a bit in the last few weeks. Seems consistent with this time of year. Should things pick back up steam after the first of the year? I honestly think that things are going to pick up in December, to be honest with you. If it doesn't happen, the last week of November, just based on the holidays and that.
I would point to February because of tax season and refunds.
Yeah.
And people being frozen in throughout most of the country, and they're going to have that money hit their account, and they're already have that habit of online buying. So if I was selling something, especially something big, I would hold it till February.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good tip. Charles, Upper Deck needs to release another what? Oh, yeah, well, another retro set soon. It's been 6 years. You got this.
He's putting "you got this" in all of his texts. Hey, yes, I agree. I would love to see it.
Yeah.
Which sets would you want them to retro? That would be my question.
Can you imagine what they would charge though for a box, knowing like what?
With PMGs in it and the word retro?
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah. And then in my opinion, like both 2015 and 2013, and even 2018 Fleer X-Men, they have just the best inserts. I'm not even talking about PMGs.
Right.
Just all the inserts are. It's incredible the way they put that set together. Yeah. What else? I got tons of Marvel and DC cards from 89 to 94 in mint condition. What's the best way to go about getting them appraised? Well, CT Jason, I mean, you could do several things, but one of them.
Hold on. You should right now DM Sketch Card Hive, Norn Rad. He would love to take all your questions.
Oh, that's right. Anything that have to do with pricing, you want to reach out to Sketch Card Hive, absolutely. Yeah, reach out to them, let them know we sent you, and just put hashtag Shane.
You got this.
Yeah, you got this hashtag.
Yeah.
I was the buyer. The buyer for what?
I don't know what he's talking about. Probably something we were talking about.
Yeah, he was the one who brought up the 90MU. So
hey, I interrupted your question to CT Jason for a joke, but CT Jason, for the most part, those cards are not very valuable. They were printed during the time where lots of cards were printed. There is a chance that some of them are special, but if they're not graded, it's going to be hard to really think that they're going to appraise for anything that's very significant.
Yeah,
this is. Go on, Lucy.
No, I was going to say, yeah. If you want a quick tip, just go look up your card and go to sold listings to get an idea of what they go for.
But this is a question I get a lot: is are my cards worth anything? The answer is yes and no. But if you're looking purely at seeing PSA 10 prices and think you're going to get that, you're not. You need to do your research on grading first of all. I would recommend using SGC, like at the moment, just to see how your grading eye is, learning about grading and doing that kind of thing, and really just researching, listening to us and things like that. There's plenty of content out there now, where you can find the answers to your questions, but you need to do a little bit of digging. Take
it one set at a time. Don't try to. If you really have from that era, that might be a lot of cards. In DC, there's not a lot of action right now for DC. Maybe that changes in the future, but I'd focus on the Marvel product.
Marvel's the best, no doubt.
Yeah.
We're not biased.
That's it.
Yeah. I got Batman sitting here.
Yeah. Everyone DM Sketch Card have 100
of them. He's gonna
kill. Yeah. We're not kidding, by the way, guys. Definitely message him. I'll definitely get finals. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
it is very much a case. Yeah, it is very much a case of doing research before what you think might be valuable might not be. So,
and right now, by the way, the market is too. Again, it hasn't been established, but it's going to get to the point where if there's enough graded cards out there, you're going to be able to gauge a raw card is usually going to go for a PSA 8 price. That's usually what a raw sells for. Or should sell more, right?
Right. You're talking about your more high-end cards that look good raw. That's kind of where I'm at mentally. And that's why when you see those cards come back, and you saw even with Card Boss, who did his recent submission, they came back and he was like, I got an 8. I'm in it for about what it's worth graded. You know?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go back to Card Boss's question, actually. So we were talking about Exquisite just for. He said 2003 was a huge year because of, obviously LeBron James's rookie year. Its significance is quite similar to 96 Marvel Masterpieces. Would you agree?
Look, yes and no. And the reason I would say on the no part, and you guys could obviously chime in as well. I'm only saying no because I think the biggest reason that it is what it is, that set, is because of exactly what you mentioned, LeBron. Where I feel like 1996 Marvel Masterpieces didn't revolve around one specific character. Like it was the whole set, original artwork, lots of characters. But I might be wrong. I don't know too much about sports. There might have been a lot of other great hits in that box. A lot of other great rookie cards. I'm not sure.
Well, I think that what Exquisite had in 2003 was a ton of confidence that LeBron James was going to end up being exactly who he ended up being. And so they went in heavy on that set and making it exquisite. I mean, it would have been like knowing if Upper Deck would have known who Michael Jordan was going to be in 86, what would they have done differently in that card set?
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And because of ESPN, I'm going to call out ESPN here because they were the one championing King James. They were crowning him before he was ever drafted. You can see the card set, took that extra step. That's why they have logo man cards, auto cards, numbered cards, all in that exquisite set. In my opinion, I'm not a sports card guy, but to compare that to 96 is different in a way because 96 was kind of the crescendo or the climax of the 90s Marvel card movement. And it was like this culmination of, hey, great artist, great set, great brand. Let's go ahead and do it right. And then it just all came crashing down, right? Because of that, we hear about limited print runs. That's a little bit debated. I think we all own some 96 masterpiece. So it's not that limited, but it's still really special. But it was more like the end of an era rather than the beginning of an era, like 2003.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah.
Yeah. Nailed it. Paul, do we know why?
Hey, can we remove that comment real quick? You don't want to read that.
Yeah, no. Put it back up.
I'm messing with you.
I was like,
about it.
I was messing around.
Get in your lane.
Do we know why the 2017 Fleer Ultra Spider-Man Holoblast inserts are not in more demand from a sales perspective? I think they are one in every 70 packs. They're cheap right now.
Honestly, Paul, I felt this way for the past 6 months about a lot of inserts. It's just the fact that people don't understand what you just mentioned about the pack odds. I think a lot of people don't focus on the actual math behind pulling something, and in comparison to the price of a box, if you could even get a box to begin with. So to put that in perspective, if you could get a box, you're still not even guaranteed to hit one of those because they're 1 out of 70 packs.
No, I will tell you, I paid $900 for the box. And I pulled about $400 worth of cards. Now, I did hit a bronze Moon Knight PMG. I'll get my money back eventually. I really believe that. And I hit a really nice sketch. But with those 2 cards together, that's about $400.
And you got content out of it.
I did get some content and built a friendship out of it with Brian, the fighter guy. He helped me break it open. But to your point, when you start thinking about, to go through 70 packs to get 1 Holoblast and for one of those to be Spider-Man Venom, like it is cheap.
I've seen like the 90s holograms have had a bit of a moment, like especially just in general. But I think these will follow. But it is interesting, why are they so cheap?
Yeah. And by the way, Cardboss, I do want to say, I'm sure it was you. I saw a recent video of yours where you do a great job of that. You break down all the pack odds, the case hits odds. So yeah, you're actually using logic. Yeah, he does a good breakdown on his channel. So congrats on that.
Mr. Sinister Cards, for another retro set, probably more of the same from 13 and 15. Fuxen Fuzm, Metal 95, MU, X-Men, Series
Yeah,
1.
you should have heard my
two.
surprise when somebody said Fuma. I was like, you're going to fool me? He's like, no, Fuma. I was like, well, he's like, Flare Ultra Avengers.
Would be nice to see some new insert sets, though.
Yeah.
I would agree. Any thoughts on 88 to 91 Jim Lee and McFarlane Wolverine Spider-Man Hulk Punisher sets? Worth holding on to, or were tons produced like 90 MU?
Got to be graded.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure about those sets. I know they're awesome artwork. I own only the Spider-Man McFarlane, but the condition is huge on those cards. So a lot of those cards I'm going to grade high. They have bad centering. So yeah, buy them graded if you're looking to collect.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I've been noticing is movie card autos. And we've all talked about autos, haven't we, for a long time now?
Yeah.
But there's definitely more interest in certain autos of certain characters, obviously well-known characters mainly. But for example, if you can have a Hulk auto, who played Hulk in the last movie? I can't remember.
Mark Ruffalo.
That's it. Like someone like that. Yeah, I think stuff like that is super interesting, especially the early stuff
Mm-hmm.
in terms of movies.
Yeah, so I'll talk about that for a second. There are some actors that I'd be pretty leery of spending a lot of money in because they have a lot of time left. They can sign a lot, and they can also ruin their reputation. It feels risky to me. And you give somebody fame and money and time, typically that doesn't end well, a lot of times. And so I think I'd be careful investing a ton of money into an auto. I would say be very particular about who you really like and someone that you're invested in whatever way. Focus on that auto. I wouldn't just like try to get everybody. But that's just me personally. I know there's major collectors out there who collect every auto regardless, but maybe they're not doing it as an investment.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
That's a good one.
Marvel guy.
I'm sorry. I think we're going to see autos a lot, moving forward into these sets.
100%. LeBron was on the cover of SI as the chosen one when he was at high school. Yeah. This is an interesting one. We've done a bit about sports already, but Tom Bollard, thanks for doing live. To hope it helps bring some more involvement and interest into this stuff. Sports has me burnt out. Now, if I'm being honest, that brings me back to when I started collecting Marvel, like last year.
Yeah,
I couldn't keep up with watching basketball here in the UK because I started collecting like Luka Doncic cards. But it's a really good point. I don't need to worry about players being injured when I'm focusing on Marvel cards and things like that. Loving the movies, loving Disney Plus and things like that. So that's exactly the kind of comment I like to see personally.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy. You get burned out on Marvel too.
Never.
No, you could, but yeah.
You could.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a problem.
I don't know. Yeah. Hi, my name is Justin, and
have you guys heard Ed Sheeran's? Am I saying his name right? His new song called "Bad Habits."
That's my brother. Yeah, of course I have.
That's my brother.
Yeah. Well, get him into Marvel cards. Listen to his song. It sounds like he's talking about me. Buying Marvel cards and collecting Marvel cards. It's like a bad habit,
Yeah. Of course, yeah. This is why
Marvel guy again.
Cards are
this is why number high.
Yeah. I've always said this. This is why I think SSP bothers me. Because instead of telling me SSP, just slap a number on it. I know I'm probably oversimplifying it, but I'm just,
Well, I think moving forward for Upper Deck, when you see SSP or SP, what they mean is this is how you know this is going to be one of the sets you can put together for an achievement. And we haven't yet decided how many we're going to put on EPAC. So we can't.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Hey, guys. That's my guess. I could be wrong, but looking at X-Men Metal and what was short print, what wasn't, they were EPAC achievements. Geodes, Blast Furnaces, Arc Welds being the primary ones.
Yeah, guys, it's been fun. I have to take someone to the airport, but
Oh,
I'm glad I was able to hop on with you guys, and hopefully we get guys. Remember, remind Norin he has to be on next week. you
absolutely.
I
guys
think
have
you
a
got
great
the
Sunday.
message.
Yes, sir.
See you,
Be
mate.
safe, elusive.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
All right. Bye.
Car Boss says Spider-Man McFarlane Prisms PSA $1. Again,
Yeah, their money. Yeah.
yeah, it's an interesting one, but you can find them.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not.
But PSA 10.
Yeah, PSA 10 exactly.
Yeah, I think what he's saying is you got Spider-Man, you got great art, great artists, and you got the name Prism and that look, that cracked, glass,
cracked
whatever,
ice and
ice look.
yeah, silver prism, that kind of look. Yeah,
It hits all the points. I love those cards. They're some of my favorite, actually.
yeah. Very off-centering from many of those sets. Yeah, true.
Nice.
Marvelous Packs. There's still going to be another Marvel Unbound set anime. You may have forgotten.
It's hard to remember it all. That's for sure. Did you see? By the way, did you see who the new Unbound character is for Monday?
No.
It's a sick Captain America. I'm gonna pull it up.
Damn.
It is really nice, especially coming off the heels of last week. Whoever that character was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a great, kind of painting, but the character itself wasn't great.
Do you do this? Do you do EPAC Unbound? Like
I do, but
yeah.
I'm not like I don't do kind of what
Just now and then.
See everyone else does. I just normally buy one unless it's something like this. I'll buy 3 of them. I don't know how to zoom in here. Can you see? You can't see it because I haven't put it up on the screen. Go here, share, stop screen.
Any recommendations for best resource site for Marvel cards? Whoa. There's a few. I mean, the best one I use, Tom Bullard, is Jeff Alander's House of Checklist because it has every single checklist on there. Cardboard Connection, which gives you pack odds of certain cards. So I think they're the best 2. And then obviously Spidey's U09, Ginger Man cards, Marvel's Pack Fresh, Elusive Sketch Art. Yeah, I'm just looking. They are the best resources.
I'm going to try to zoom in so we can see that better. Let me see if I can figure that out.
Oh, yeah, I did see this, actually. I saw this on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't know how to zoom in for some reason, but you can get an idea. It's a really cool image of a Captain America. It's got the scales, which is what I always like to see on Cap. I think is important.
Yeah.
I would love to get one of those in an auto. With
Freddie in as well, which is good stuff.
So Charles asked if we're going to the Nationals next year.
When is the Nationals?
That's the thing I need to know. I just need to get it on the camera.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if we all went there? Like all the guys in this chat right now, guys and gals.
I say we go, and I say that 4 or 5 of us need to go in and get a booth together and bring cards.
And make it huge. Right. You have to bring your gold 101, and then that just gets everyone going.
Yeah, that would be fun. I'm gonna get a big chain and wear it around my neck, brandish it around.
You're the new what's he called?
No, don't do that. Don't put that on me. I'm not that guy.
I know you're not. I would be sick though. I would love to go to a card show, but obviously I'd have to fly to you guys. But that would be awesome.
It's in August. That's helpful. That really is helpful, and it's in Atlantic City in New Jersey. So, yeah, no, we can make that happen
for sure. Yes, I'm going to represent Marvel. Yes, come on. Do you think the achievement cards from E-Pack X-Men Metal are selling too cheap? So I did an Instagram post on this recently where the Gold Billion Wolverine was like $450 on like the end of October in like the hype of Upper Deck E-Pack. The same card sold a few days ago for about $140. So it's hard to tell where like the new low will be, but it's probably around where it is now, if I'm honest. So I can't tell if it's too cheap. That's a really hard question.
So here, in my brain, I want to do like comparable analysis, right? So looking back at E-Pack achievements of other sets, how have they held up over time? And when you look at, say, Flare Ultra Spider-Man in 2017, who had similar type of turning in cards to get other cards, type thing, You have the pattern set, which is basically the PMGs without precious metal gems written on them with a different foiling. I got a Spider-Man for $85. Spider-Man. It's the same Spider-Man image that's on the PMGs.
Yeah.
And to me, I think people have a hard time understanding them after the fact. And because they don't understand them, they don't know how to value them. And I think they should be more valuable. I think they should be more expensive. When you look at the actual dollars that went into creating the card,
Yeah.
creating the achievement, you should at
It's a
least get
lot.
equal value back, but they're not because people don't understand it.
Yeah. Good point. Good point.
And I've asked people about this real quick about EPAC.
Yeah.
That there's like 300 people actively buying Marvel on EPAC. There's not this huge scale of Marvel card buyers who are dumping a ton of money in it. It's a small
percentage of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pancakes going to Atlantic City. Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Let's do it.
Let's all go to Atlantic City. Put me on the Nationals list.
Somebody make me a t-shirt. A Nationals Marvel t-shirt.
Oh, what a dream. I know we're all Marvel here, but is there any chance DC makes a run at pop culture? The new free-to-play metaverse games comes out with all the DC heroes. That's a big one. So obviously metaverse, so renamed was Facebook, now Meta. And what they're going to be doing in the future is just going to be incredible. Like I'm watching Oculus and VR and things like that with a definite interest. And yeah, if that happens and they put those DC characters to light in that way, that's big stuff.
Yeah, I think it is important. I think that in the future, instead of a podcast, there might be a metaverse that we go into and you can move around and you'll have your NFTs that you can show off and share or whatever. And it doesn't matter what platform you bought it on, you'll be able to have it with you in one space and place. And so like I have one of the Spider-Man NFTs, the first one that came out on Vive. Like yes. I could have that and you could see it. I'd love if maybe they made an NFT insert in the packs of these cards where as one of the inserts, maybe you got a one of one NFT or one of 10 NFT. I think that would be really cool to make sure that the physical card doesn't lose out on the digital experience, but we keep those two married together. But and going back to the DC question, there's licensing issues right now. I can't remember the name of the company that has it. They're not very popular. And I think DC is just waiting that out. And when it does, Jim Lee will be all over pushing out another DC trading card set. Just be curious who gets it.
Yeah. That's the important bit, though, isn't it? Yeah. But I think, like in terms of DC characters, and again, I use my little boy as a reference for these things. I know it's not like a professional thing, but he knows about the majority of the DC characters as well. Obviously, he knows more about Marvel because he's my son. But there you go.
Yeah,
Batman man. But I do think, yeah.
I mean, you've heard me say this. Just imagine if we had a PMG of Batman.
Exactly. That's the thing. If that happens, it's a yes. It's a yes.
Imagine a blue PMG with a red cape Superman.
Be sick, wouldn't
it? It would be. It would sell like crazy.
Yeah. Marvelous packs. That's the market right now, Ginger Man. Lots selling off hits and recouping EPAC expenses. Lots putting up for bids too. Yeah. A lot of people spending a lot of money on EPAC, especially over the last few weeks and months. So yeah, definitely people calling off, and now they've got the cards they want, selling through some of the other stuff maybe.
Yeah.
Sounds like we've got a group together going to the Nationals.
He's going to the CollectorCon in Tampa Bay.
Oh,
that would be fun. That's about 13 hours away from me, so driving.
13.
Two airplanes flying. So
really,
yeah, where I live flies out to 3 cities, and then you have to lay over and go to wherever you want to go there.
Wow, that's incredible. Carboss, have you seen a 1966 vintage Spider-Man cards popping up on eBay recently?
I haven't, but Card Boss, you have to know that I've actually been avoiding eBay in the month of November. So if you see something special and you're not getting it, you can shoot it to me and DM me on Instagram, please. But
They're
I
good.
had to take a break after a quite expensive October.
Say that again. Yeah, they're cool. They're very, very cool. 1966 as well. That's old. And if people start getting, graded for those have already started coming back, but good stuff. Ditto, Pancake going there too.
Yeah, y'all need to link up.
Yeah. Aslan, what's the DC equivalent to 96 Marvel Masterpieces?
It's called it's DC Masterclass. And I'll see if I can pull one up for you real quick.
Is it? It's like I remember something. It's like gold, isn't it? Something like that.
I mean, it
Could be
looks a
making
lot
that
like masterpieces in my opinion. DC Marvel, DC Marvel Master Class. I think.
I have a few 1966 Marvel set. Tough to find in good condition, but can find for less than $10. Sorry, pounds just comes naturally to me. Sorry. A card. Yeah, very tough to find in good condition.
Let's see here.
Lols.
Here we go. All right, let's. Will you stop sharing that one? I'll do. But
Yeah.
I can do it. Start sharing screen. And there's an example.
Yeah, I've seen a few of these. Remember the gold writing?
Let's see. It's Skybox and Master Series. Sorry.
Master Series. So 94, yeah?
94. So to me, that is
$12.
that's an example. Let's see. Let's look up some more.
Is it mint? That's the question.
Doubtful.
PSA 10? Question mark.
Doubtful.
But yeah, DC is definitely interesting. Yeah, like Wonder Woman. Great movie too.
So it's original art. I think that's the important thing about it. There's a checklist. There's a Joker.
Oh, what's up, Infinite Collector? How are you? Be nice to get more DC sets. They don't get much love. Yeah, because DC's like the little brother of the main man, the main thing.
Well, you know what DC stands for,
right? I went somewhere very bad there, but yeah, go on.
DC stands for don't care.
I love it.
I'm kidding. So, anyways, that's the equivalent from an art standpoint.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
PSA Value Avalanche is coming. Should be interesting 2022. Fasten your seatbelts, fellas. Yeah, I know, Paul, you watch this like a hawk. Absolutely. It is coming. There's going to be a hell of a lot of Marvel cards coming back. Yeah, including yours and mine.
Yeah, but that's assuming that we don't have an influx of collectors. There's that assumption that the collector is going to stay the same.
Do you think it will?
No, absolutely not.
I was getting worried. As the DCU expands and does well, so will with comic and cards. Yep. DC versus System is good.
Pancake, have you ever seen a TGC game you didn't like?
TGC you didn't like? Pure Pokemon fan, I think.
I think I bought a case of TCG cards like 2 months ago because of Pancake Analytics. I don't even know what I bought. It was somewhere out of China. I don't know what it was either.
Did you get a box of Marvel vs. System, like the first edition? No. You did some opening though, didn't you?
Well, I did some opening of Versus System, but not the first edition. And I didn't buy it because I knew I would open it. And, you really don't want to open that. If you buy it, you want to keep it sealed. So.
Yeah. Nice. Batman animation series is good. First appearance of Harley Quinn, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's interesting.
Yeah. cool
Oh,
series
so
as well.
was it MetaZoo that we bought? Is that what we bought, pancakes? Like, I need to go back to my DMs and figure out what I bought and why.
I don't understand MetaZoo, do you? I don't have a clue.
I haven't even looked into it. Graded Gamer's involved in it to some degree,
Yeah.
and I have a lot of respect for her. So, it makes me wonder if it's legit. I just Marvel cards is enough for me. So
Yeah.
not
That's my,
okay. We'll figure it out. Pancakes.
yep.
Very cool.
Anyone know if Guide to the 70s Marvel stickers? I know different backs like white and brown, but I haven't found any good definitive guides. There's not much out there for that stuff. I could be wrong. In my research. Yeah. We bought the new Marvel Vice.
We bought the new Marvel Weiss coming out. Wiess. How do you say that?
It's a German word, no? Vice?
Weiss? I hope that stands for PMG.
Oh, classic Spidey. Was awesome too. Oh, I love it, man. Right, we've hit an hour. I am going to go to bed. So
yes,
if
you need to
don't
go
mind.
to bed, and I probably need to go spend some time with my kids.
Love it, man. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend and you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you for joining myself, Spidey, and Elusive today, and we will see you very soon.
Absolutely, guys. Thanks for joining us, and I hope you all have a marvelous day.
Peace. Thanks for joining.